How's everyone doing? Today I have a Blu-ray and DVD collection update with 6 pickups. And if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them, and one TV show as well. And let me know which one of these is your favorite. Leave me those comments down below. And first up, I want to say they're all from Paramount. And the first 3 are from the Paramount Presents line, which I think they're doing amazing releases. And it's one of those lines where they're numbered on the spines. So if you have them all, you can line them up right there. And I think that's kind of cool. There's a bunch of different studios and stuff that do that. So let me know if you have different releases that have numbered spines. And if you do you put them in the numbers like that so they're all lined up, or do you alphabetize them in your collection? Let me know. First up is Elizabethtown from Cameron Crowe. Let me know what your favorite Cameron Crowe movie is. For me, it's Vanilla Sky. I know it doesn't get a lot of love, but to me, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. An amazing remake of Open Your Eyes. Expands on all aspects and improves on all aspects for me. But he did, Say Anything, a ton of great films. This is one that I haven't seen from him. Singles, too. He did Say Anything in like '89. Singles was a few years later. But yeah, Cameron Crowe, really talented director, especially dealing with romance. And that seems to be the key here. This is from 2005. It's about Orlando Bloom, who just lost his job, got dumped by his girlfriend, and then apparently his father passes away, and he has to go to Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And then I guess on the flight there, he meets a flight attendant, Kirsten Dunst, and they fall for each other. And that's, I guess he's really down in the dumps, and she's very optimistic. So there's a bunch of special features on here. There's a new 4K transfer supervised by Cameron Crowe. But yeah, look at all those special features right there. A bunch of deleted scenes. And then one of the things I like about these releases, again, the new transfers, the special features, things like that. If you open them up, it's a gatefold slipcover, and it's the poster art for the original release. So I think that's pretty cool. And nice slipcover, and you get the clear case. And then there's digital copies too now for these releases. And then a quote and interior artwork. So I dig that. I think those are nice added touches. They are the definitive releases now. They're the special editions that these movies deserve. The only movie that I don't like from the Paramount Presents line was the Haunting remake. I felt like it was so out of place. You have these classy films, and then you throw the Haunting remake in there, which to me was just such a mess of a film, miscast, just so much wrong with that one. It just felt out of place for this line. If you're a fan of the Paramount Presents line, let me know your favorite movie that they've released so far and what you'd like to see them release in the future. And let me know your favorite Kirsten Dunst movie too. She's a good actress. I like her. Next up is another romance film. This is from Arthur Hiller. And he's directed some really great films. He did a couple with Richard Pryor, Silver Streak, See No Evil, Hear No Evil with Gene Wilder as well. But he did The Hospital with George C. Scott, which had some crazy scenes in there too. But he's done a bunch of other really good films. Let me know your favorite Arthur Hiller movie. But this one is Love Story, which I've never seen. I've never seen this one either. I've never seen the next one coming up either. So in fact, I'm just noticing now, I've never seen any of these ones in this this pickup haul right here. So definitely let me know what I should watch first from all of these. But this stars Ali MacGraw and Ryan O'Neal, and this was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. And it was based on Eric Siegel's best-selling novel, which defined a generation, it says on the back, and it's considered to be one of the most romantic movies of all time. Basically, they're going to Harvard, and they're opposite backgrounds, and his father's a wealthy guy who threatens to disown him, but they decide to get married anyways, and apparently, they start to build their new life, but fate has other plans, and they face a crisis that only the strongest of loves can endure. So I'm assuming either they lose a child, lose their, pregnancy, or maybe one of them has a terminal illness. One of those two. I've never seen it, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. There's, romance movies, they're not my favorite, but there's a few out there I like Serendipity is one of my all-time favorites. I saw that a couple times in the theater. Let me know your favorite romance movie. But yeah, it won, I think it was nominated for 7 Academy Awards. I'm looking on the back here. It won for Best Original Score. But yeah, it was nominated for Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Director, Best Writing, Story and Screenplay, based on factual material or material. All right, yeah. So just, I think it only won one Oscar, but it was nominated for 7. But still, I know that this is a classic film right here. I know Ali MacGraw was actually married to Steve McQueen. I think it was the last person she was married, and she was like never married again, like 40 years. Steve McQueen, you know, he had a really interesting life. He was married a few times too. I believe he found faith towards the end of his life. And I know he was on like Charles Manson. He was like tied to that. He was, you know, friends with some of the people that were killed during the Charles Manson murders and stuff like that. But he was also apparently on a hit list that they had. So he was like, even when he went to like the funerals for some of them, he was carrying like a gun and stuff. But really interesting life, martial arts. You know, he hung out with Bruce Lee, and I don't know, really intriguing life story. But yeah, he was married. I think he was married like the last year that he was, like a few months before he passed away too. But yeah, he was married to Ali MacGraw for a bit. I don't know, I just thought that was kind of interesting. Just, I don't know, a lot of times some of these actors and actresses have married so many times. Sometimes they marry the same person twice again. You know, Elizabeth Taylor, Robert Wagner. Just, so, you know, it's really interesting to me. And then, you know, how they all tie together. And, you know, obviously sometimes, you know, you fall for your coworker if you're, you know, working on a movie set and it's supposed to be some romance aspects going on there. So obviously that's, you know, that can happen. But again, a really nice release here. I'm just, you know, a lot of times I edit these videos and, you know, cut a lot of that stuff out, just me going on and on. But, you know, I digress. Let's get back to it. This one is from 1970. It's a nice little added touch that I enjoy too, where you get the year down there for the releases. I remember, like, a lot of times, I said this before, for Twilight Time releases, they did a really good job on the back of, you know, showing like little boxes and stuff, the, you know, year of release, runtime, language, stuff like that, little simple things like that. A lot of times for releases, it's hard to find those, and sometimes they don't even have them. So I like that it has the year on there, and here is the gatefold slipcover with the original poster art, and special features, new 4K transfer, and then here's the clear case. But yeah, definitely let me know some romance movies that you think are worth checking out. And again, they have, like, you know, interior artwork, shots from the movie, and then like a quote from the movie, the disc artwork. So it's a complete release for these ones. I'm looking forward to checking it out. I'm giving it a fair chance. Again, you know, it's considered to be one of the most romantic movies of all time. You know, I feel like a lot of the romance movies are just filled with tropes and just overly schmaltzy. Horror is my favorite genre, and I'm just more forgiving for those tropes. But I don't know, I'm looking forward to finding some new romance movies, so let me know, give me some romance recommendations. Next up is The Court Jester with Danny Kaye. Really good actor, singer from back in the day. This is from 1956, and it also stars Angela Lansbury right there on the front. And there you can definitely see in her face right there. At first I didn't, you know, notice on the back, but then I was like, yeah, that's Angela Lansbury. And it's in VistaVision motion picture. And oh, look at that artwork. That's wild. Oh man, catch me out in the streets looking like that, you know? But this is from a new 6K film transfer of the original VistaVision negative. So this is the 65th anniversary. It's a swashbuckling comic farce. Danny Kaye is a entertainer who disguises himself as a legendary king of jesters, and he infiltrates a court of an evil villain, and then he's hypnotized by a sorceress. So just, you know, chaos ensues from there, different identities at the snap of a finger, and then there's swordplay and wordplay. And, you know, it says Kaye's comic genius shines through, and a stellar supporting cast with Glynis Johns, Angela Lansbury, Mildred Natwick, Cecil Parker, and John Carradine. So yeah, this is, I'm trying to see the special features on here. Okay, there's not too many special features on here compared to some of the other ones. The new filmmaker focus with Leonard Maltin, and then the trailer. So I think Leonard Maltin, yeah, he's on this one as well for the special features. So I think that's pretty cool. Classic film critic. And there we go. I'll go ahead and show the interior. And again, it does have a digital copy. And There you go. I remember the Danny Kaye show. I remember him being in a bunch of other stuff, musicals. I think, was he in Holiday Inn as well? But yeah, very talented actor for his time. Let me know what your favorite Danny Kaye film or show was. Next up is The Little Prince. I remember watching, was it The Adventures of the Little Prince? It was like an animated show when I was a kid, and I caught it in like reruns, I think, back in the day, but I remember loving that so much, you know, the classic book as well. But this is from 2015. It says from the director of Kung Fu Panda, and it has voices of Rachel McAdams and Jeff Bridges, and a few other people too, and you get an idea of the like animation style, which looks interesting in here too. So the classic story right here, you know, and this does have a digital copy as well, and it's the first time on Blu-ray, and it has some special features there too. Let me know if you guys, I feel like there's several iterations of The Little Prince. Let me know if you know of the story from Antoine de Saint-Exupéry's classic story. So yeah, it's this one's about the little girl and the mother, and growing up in this real world. Eccentric aviator Jeff Bridges introduces her to an extraordinary world where anything is possible, and she learns of the Little Prince, and the magical journey of emotions begin. She learns about human connection and what matters most. It's been a long time. I remember, again, like watching the animated series back in the day. It was an older one, but I remember catching on reruns when I was a little kid, back when Saturday morning cartoons were a thing. But I remember catching it on like a different channel, not like one of the major channels. Let me know what your favorite Saturday morning cartoon was growing up. I don't think that's not a thing anymore. I heard they might be trying to bring some of them back, which I think is awesome for your kids. Like, I don't know what do kids watch on Saturday mornings now, and like the same thing with TGIF when it had that, you know, that family lineup. You watch shows with your parents and stuff like that. What do kids watch on Friday nights now? I don't know. It's a different world for sure. You know, you got kids are probably watching TikTok, right? But yeah, this one looks like it's going to be an interesting iteration on the animation style. And then the voice work as well, especially with Jeff Bridges and Rachel McAdams. Looking forward to checking that one out. Next up is Evil Season 1. This is a CBS and Paramount release. And it has Mike Coulter, Luke Cage. And that's one of those things too. I remember when Netflix had all those TV shows. I was definitely looking forward, you know, like the Marvel ones and stuff like that, Punisher especially. I was looking forward to more of them, and then I guess there's probably, you know, rights issues with Disney and Disney Plus coming out, and they want to do their own thing. But hopefully, maybe they renew some of them, bring some of them back. I don't know. Maybe there's still licensing rights issues, you know, mixed up there. And Netflix, you know, sometimes Netflix, you know, it's a certain contract for a certain amount of years or something like that. But I would love to see some of these, especially you know, Luke Cage and you know, Punisher. But back to this, you've got Mike Coulter here. He is a priest in training, and then you have Katja Herbers, who's a skeptical psychologist, and basically they're investigating these different church files from the Catholic Church of occult phenomena to try to bring them a rational conclusion. You know, they're from angel sightings, demonic possessions, prophecies, conspiracies that'll test their faith, push them to their limits, and they learn about the world's darkness. May run deeper than they ever thought possible. It's 13 episodes on a 3-disc set right here. This is a DVD only set. I always wish that they would have Blu-ray releases for all the TV shows. Like a lot of times they'll have like a Blu-ray for release for you know, season 1 and 2, and then season 3 will be DVD only. Season 4 will be DVD. I hate that so much. Just release them all on Blu-ray. I think there's enough of a fan, especially for, you know, like a fan market for, especially for like newer shows too. But I've heard really good things about the show. It's one of TV's, you know, scariest shows and things like that. 40 minutes of special features on here, deleted scenes. So looking forward to checking this one out. Again, just heard rave reviews for it. And I think it has a nice swing tray. I love how they do the releases, where it has, you know, the episode guide right there on the inner liner notes. And then, you know, you've got the discs, which also have the episodes on each disc, and the swing tray. Very simplistic, but it works. Excited to check this one out. And I heard that they were going to start filming season 2, you know, obviously because of everything going on in the world. They didn't get a chance to film the second season, but I heard that they were going to start filming it. So that's a good news for fans of the show. Next up is one I've never heard of before, and that is Breach. And the synopsis for this really intrigued me. Stars Bruce Willis, Thomas Jane, Cody Kearsley, who I am not really familiar with. Says he's from Riverdale, which I've never seen that show. I've heard good things about it. But also has Rachel Nichols and then I think a few other recognizable people in here. But it's it's set during a time period where they're leaving Earth from a catastrophic plague and they're bound for a new planet. Bruce Willis is Clay, a hardened mechanic, and he's basically selected to maintain an interstellar arc. And it's him and this small crew, and they're responsible for the safety of the last surviving humans. But when a teammate is brutally murdered, the crew discovers a terrifying new threat, a shape-shifting, vicious alien creature whose goal is to wipe out the human race before they reach the new home. It says they're hunted by their invisible enemy. They must find a way to, to essentially fight to survive and protect mankind from extinction. So to me, it kind of sounds like, The Thing, which it's the poster artwork right there. I get questions still to this day. It's John Carpenter's The Thing, and that is the Japanese poster art. I still need to get the HMV exclusive steelbook for it. They didn't ship over here in the US. So if anybody has one and wants to sell it to me or trade, let me know. I want to get that for sure. But it's my all-time favorite movie in that sense of, paranoia, again, and that isolation too. And it's kind of the same thing, except, over there, the Antarctic Research Station. Over here, we've got space, and again, the paranoia aspect as well, the shape-shifting alien. So, again, it looks like it's going to have maybe some aspects of sci-fi and horror in here too. And I like the cast. So yeah, I haven't heard anything about this movie, but to me, it intrigues me. Hopefully, it will live up to the, in my mind, I'm thinking, it's going to be The Thing, space, and I don't know, we'll see. But definitely excited for this one. So let me know what your favorite Bruce Willis movie is. I feel like, besides Die Hard, he's done some other stuff besides Die Hard. What's the TV show? It was Moonlighting back in the day. Was it Sybil Shepherd and him? I can't remember. I remember that was like super popular. Remember he used to sing and stuff. But there you go. Those are the 6 pickups. Let me know if you've seen any of them and what you think of them. Give me some romance movie recommendations. Let me know what's a new show that you're watching. I feel like there's nothing that I'm really watching TV-wise. There were so many more shows that I enjoyed, but so many of them just ended. Like Big Bang Theory, for instance, it just ended. So I'm looking for more TV shows to watch. I was watching The Walking Dead, and I just kind of stopped watching. I don't know. I was like, was there like 10, 11 seasons? But I stopped like season 8. I feel like I should continue and just finish that. Apparently, there's like I just got Shudder, and there's like a spin-off TV show of that. Beyond Walking Dead or something like that. It's where it's like teenagers. So I don't know if I'll check that out or not, but I don't know, I feel like I should finish The Walking Dead. I feel like I kind of owe it to myself. I was 8 seasons in, dedicated, and there's only a couple more seasons left. I should probably finish it. But I just felt that show got so derivative and just kind of fell apart. And they killed off every character I cared about. Yellowstone, that is phenomenal. That's a show. That's probably like the only show I actually watch on TV now. So I'm waiting for the next season of that. But Evil, again, I've heard good things on that one. But let me know new TV show recommendations for me to check out that are currently on. I could be, Netflix series or something like that too. But yeah, let me know which one of these you think I should watch first as well, because I haven't seen any of them. So yeah, 13 episodes in Evil. That'll be a little bit more of a dedication time-wise. But the new iteration of The Little Prince. Breach sounds pretty cool to me. Court Jester seems like it's going to be wild and ridiculous, but has some cool cast in there too. Carradine, Lansbury, and Kay. But yeah, romance titles too. So yeah, leave me those comments down below, and I hope everybody's doing well. Take care, and I hope you didn't mind all my rambling as well. A lot of times I go off target and off tangent, and I don't know, I like talking about that. Even if it's a movie I haven't seen, I like talking about other things that the actors, directors have done, and things that I enjoy, and maybe a little bit of information as well. So I don't know, I think it's part of why we're on here. We enjoy not just showing our collection, but talking about movies. That's one of the things I enjoy most, not just showing, hey, I picked this up, next I picked this up, next I want to say something about it, something that intrigued me about it, something that I like from the directors, so the actors, something like that. yeah, I don't know. I enjoy talking movies on here still. I've been making videos for a long time on here, over a decade now, which is just mind-blowing to me. But I still enjoy making videos. Hopefully you guys still enjoy watching them and talking to me and interacting. That's what I like so much, the interaction. Maybe, finding new movies, getting new recommendations, things like that. So I appreciate you guys, is what I'm trying to say. And this is an awesome outlet to be able to talk movies with you guys. Again, hope you're doing well. Take care.